Pollinators. What are pollinators? Pollinators are animals that move pollen to fertilize plants. Pollen is a powdery substance formed by seed-producing plants. Pollen contains a cell or cells not used in reproduction, as well as a cell that becomes two sperm cells. Pollination is the process of transferring male reproductive cells in pollen to a plant's female reproductive cells. The successful transfer results in a new plant. Do pollinators purposely pollinate plants? No. Pollinators visit flowers because they want the sweet nectar and pollen produced there. They use nectar for food. Some of them combine pollen and nectar to make loaves that their developing young can eat. There are huge amounts of pollen in most flowers. As a pollinator visits a flower, it may touch the structures that hold the pollen or shake them so that pollen falls on the pollinator. The pollen is often caught in the hairs or feathers of the pollinator. When the pollinator moves to the next flower, some of the pollen that was caught may drop off. If it is the right type of flower and the pollen falls in the correct place, pollination may occur. Confused? Maybe this example will help. Think of this bag of cheese puffs as a big flower. My hand is going to represent a pollinator. When I put my hand in the bag, some of the cheese dust comes off. The cheese dust represents pollen. Now, if I put my hand into another bag, this bag represents another flower of the same species. While this is happening, some of the cheese dust or pollen from the first flower is falling off into the bag of the second flower. At the same time, some of the cheese dust, pollen, from the second flower is getting stuck on my hand too. That's pollination. This process will continue as long as there are flowers and pollinators. It's a pretty simplified demonstration, but maybe it'll help you understand it a little better. What pollinators live in Illinois? Ruby-throated hummingbirds, some butterflies, moths, bees, flies, and beetles are pollinators in Illinois. People can be pollinators too. Why are pollinators important? Pollinators help ensure that we have food to eat. It is estimated that 1 of every 3 bites of food that we eat is related to the actions of pollinators. The plants that pollinators are helping also give us fibers, edible oils, medicines, and other products. Without pollinators, many plants could not reproduce. Without these plants and the food, shelter, oxygen, and ecosystem services they provide, many land-based animals, including humans, could not exist. Helping pollinators. Pollinator populations are declining worldwide. Habitat loss, pesticide use, mites, competition from non-native species, and diseases are killing pollinators. As the number of pollinators continues to decrease, the amount of seeds produced by the plants they pollinate will also continue to decline. The result is fewer plants, fewer flowers, and less pollen and nectar for pollinators. What can we do to help? Everyone can do something. Here are a few suggestions. Plant native plants for pollinators. Become a citizen scientist to help monitor pollinator populations. Provide shelter and overwintering sites for pollinators. Install native bee nesting boxes or logs. Leave bare soil patches in your yard or other locations for ground nesting bees to use. We can all make a positive difference and bring our pollinators back.